Hey, howdy. Welcome to Bugs 3. Apparently they made 3 of these games. So let me give a bit of context here. For the longest time, I was under the assumption that there were only 2 games in the, I guess, Bugs series. There's Cosmobots / Cosmic Bugs, and there's Water Bugs. Then I was poking around on shockwave.net and I found this. And I didn't play it immediately because it was the trial version, but I found a full version and I just had to see what the hell this is. God, the sprites are so crusty. This game came out after Water Bugs. Why are the sprites so bad? But not only does this game seem considerably easier than the other Bugs games, it's got, well, it sure got some ideas, but we'll see more of that later. This really does feel like a mobile game rip-off version of Donkey Kong Country or something. It's just like, what if instead of playing Donkey Kong Country, we did this weird minigame and that got you your bananas back? I don't like him moving towards the camera. Okay, so welcome to Monkey Town. Fun fact, this game has got meta progression. I don't know why it has meta progression, but it has meta progression. But everything about this experience is just, like, it is considerably worse than both of the other Bugs games. Why? It just fills me with a vague sense of sickness. I might be able to finish this game today. I don't know how long it is. And it's so funny because I was initially thinking like, okay, I can start doing the game revisits, right? Like I'm already starting on Zuma's Revenge. Then this happened. Because this was another thing from the, oh great, of course it's got one of these. Neat. 100 per spin is a lot, so I hope that's scripted to always give you something. But I was initially thinking like, yeah, it could be fun to start my... How does this work? Ah, I see. I could just start the replays now, right? And then I was going through and I found another... Oops. That is such a stock sound, oh my god. I found another collection of old PopCap games, or games that were published by PopCap at least. And I just had to... I saw this one and I just had to drop everything and try it. It's not often you find a game this ridiculous. And this actually isn't the only game from that collection that I'll be looking at before I go back to the game clears. There's one more. At least. There's one more that I'm planning on checking. Maybe I extend that to other games as I get further in, but right now it's just the two. Jeez. And this other one is also one that I played when I was younger. And also it's one that I'm probably going to clear all the way through. Battle monkeys? Okay. I don't know, what's with you? That is also such a stock sound, oh my god. Kill him. Kill him. Do something. You get one shot? These levels feel randomly generated, even though I know they're not. They're so boring. My next question I have to wonder is, was this a PopCap game? Like, was this first-party PopCap? I genuinely cannot tell. Because the main issue that I'm having is that this game is not a Moby Games at all. Which is kind of a rarity. Usually Moby Games is really good at, like, even down to the smallest minutia, they get a lot of games. They have info on just about every game. But this game is just in a blind spot, I guess. And I mean, I can only imagine why. That is a SpongeBob-ass sound effect. we... I have to wonder what amount of self-awareness comes into, using sound effects like that. Is it really just... I mean, hey, these sound effects are free, let's use them, or... is there more self-awareness to it of like, yeah, these sound effects, these are such stock sound effects, let's use them. It would be fun. What happens if I die, I wonder? Do I just get sent back to Monkey Town? Also, that sound isn't even a monkey, it's a gibbon. It's the wrong kind of primate, man. I don't think they care. I'll be honest. Oh. Oh. Well, okay. You win this round. Great, it is random. Lovely. I should not have wasted my bananas on that. The thing is, I'm not entirely sure if I want to finish this one. Because some of these games are kind of nothing games. This one is especially a nothing game. But at the same time, my freaking archivist's pride is coming out of like, well, if I don't finish it, who's going to? There is probably 1 or 2 playthroughs on all of YouTube. It's the same situation as, whatever the heck. Rolling puzzle, Katamari Damacy. If I don't play this game to completion, I don't have faith in other people to trudge through the slime pits to actually find this game and complete it. Oh, come on. Really? What is that sound coming from? I genuinely can't tell. God, you know what this game reminds me of? It reminds me of Talking Tom, just like that very uncanny animal designs with stock sounds. I mean, you want to talk about games that were a flash in the pan? Oh my god. Back in the day when mobile games could be as basically designed for 4-year-olds as long as they had microtransactions, and god was that game designed for 4-year-olds. If you can even call it one, it was just a voice changer, initially. It was a voice changer that had a goofy little 3D model hooked up to it. And the people who made it just took that idea and ran with it, so I guess in that regard, they deserve a little bit of respect. Is there a way to turn down the music? Okay, good, there is. The music volume is very loud, I've noticed. Thanks. I appreciate it. Thanks for the loud... Well, I mean, that seems good. That is just more income. I still have not yet lost. Oh, you only get 1 life back. That's kind of a problem. God, and the music is, like, actually pretty good at, like, fairly generic jungle ambience. But it's being cut off by the same stupid level clear jingle over and over and over again. Also, am I going crazy, or did me changing the music volume did almost nothing? It is still really loud. Do I have what was I about to say? My faster volume? Do I have my master volume up or something? I don't. Oh god, that's just the end of the game. I'm sorry? Okay, yeah, thank you. I had a brief moment of fear that I've just lost all of my progress. But no, we're good. That's good. It works like cosmic bugs. Damn it. This level actually has some teeth. But this just makes me think of... Are you gonna shoot? I did not want to turn that way. Thank you, game. Dude, are you gonna... This dude is just ignoring me. That's a demerit. Okay, hang on. Okay, that's why. Piss off. Why does it make loud monkey sounds every time I try and change the options? Why is this game such an assault on the senses? Are you gonna— okay, thank you. What was making him not do it before? Well, that's a cute mechanic, that they like fly away if you get close and then they come back. Oh, come on. Pardon me. Oh, I already hate this level. Never mind, we're chilling. That seems kind of good. This game is turning my brain to sludge. Again, the mobile game comparison is pretty apt here. Like, I know I sing PopCap's high graces at a lot of points, but damn. Damn. This one sure is something. And I mean, on one hand, developers are allowed to have bad games. I'm under no illusion that every game made by a developer, they get the ample amount of time to work on it, and they have the ideas to back it up, and there's no meddling from upstairs, and there's no meddling from downstairs. It's a normal studio where you make art. Shit happens. But some shit definitely seems to have happened here. Because this is so... Did they, like, sell the license away to a different company or something? What is with this game? I'm kind of sandbagging, but it is on accident. Because I'm just thinking about what circumstances led to this game being made. Was it just, we want to make a third one? And we have some new hires at the studio, so let's just give the game to them? That was stupid of me. Was there, like, contractual obligation or something? They're an independent studio, so I don't know who they'd be obligated to make a game for. It's freaking PopCap. Also, what is the point of a game over if it just sets you back at the exact same level with all your lives back? Or I suppose here it's, yeah, it sent me back a few levels, but... Why have a game over system, then? This is definitely in the era of... We want to make arcade games because we grew up playing arcade games. So everything needs to have a leaderboard and a live system, and a continues system. And cheat codes. I miss cheat codes, I will say. Genuinely, it's such a... That is a very cute concept. Dude, go up here, please. Thank you. Damn it. Finding order in the chaos. Oh, come on! I have that. I definitely wanted to rotate that way. Thanks, game. The meta progression is so bizarre to me. Okay, I'll take that. The meta progression is freaking weird. But again, are the... Could you, like, stop? Thank you. It feels like these bugs are put in randomly, because I keep seeing dragonflies in, like, little corridors where they're definitely not supposed to be. You can drop the bomb. Okay, I can nuke them. I can nuke them. Nice. Also, it has just been playing the same music over and over. That was on me. I wanted to use the fly swatter, dang it. I mean, the fact that it changes, like changes the backgrounds and the wall texture and like, that's fairly interesting. Get 'em, boys. I'm sorry. You know another game that was... I mean, I could talk all day about mobile games that were a flash in the pan that everyone talked about in the day of and then no one remembers anymore, but the Impossible Quiz also comes to mind. Or not the Impossible Quiz, the Moron Test, rather. Because I happen to think that the Impossible Test is actually, it actually holds up fairly well, even though the entire point of it is that it was, all the questions were either timely references or puns. I happen to think that it holds up decently well. The Moron Test, though, is just, ha, I fooled you, now you have to do the whole quiz again. And it just does that for the entire quiz. For those of you that have never played it, I can only barely recommend it. I can recommend it in a historical context, but it's not a fun game. It's not a fun set of games. They made like 4 of them. I think I'm undercutting that value too. Pretty sure they made more than 4. But again, it was a mobile. It's just the mobile game thing. They reached a point where they were like, "Oh shit, we can actually make money off of this. This game is doing well. Let's just make more of them. Let's trickle in 1 new concept per game, and then just charge a few dollars for each one. And if they sell gangbusters, then we make a lot of money." Okay, that's pretty good. These power-ups are really uninspired so far, I gotta say. It's just like, what do you do with bugs? You have a fly swatter, you have fly paper. The only one that's really interesting is these dumb little pea shooter guys. That was stupid of me. Oh god, I have to do all of these levels again. Unless it lets me reset at that notch in the level bar. I guess we'll see. Okay, good. It didn't put me back that far. But I really could just look through my phone and just go to, like, the App Store, to those of you who have Android phones. The App Store has just like a place where you can look at all the games that you purchased or downloaded on your account, and it stretches back all the way to when you first got the, not just the iPhone, but it's back when you first got your iCloud account. So I can just see every single game I've ever purchased. And iPhones are not always the best when it comes to user experience, but for that I give them props, because it is fun to look back. Even if the intent definitely isn't for nostalgia, it's so you can re-download old games, but I mean, hey, I guess in that regard it kind of serves its purpose. Exploding mine. Okay, whatever you say, Cam. I already had a zapper, what do you mean? If I go all the way to the bottom... Yeah, there we are. So the games that I can see... Of course, there's a lot of the classics. You got your Angry Birds, you got your Cut the Rope, Fruit Ninja. Back in the day when all three of those games only had, like, slight microtransactions. But that is just lifted straight from the previous games, huh? They just added a funny little firework effect. What else we got? More on test again. They're Angry Birds. Oh, Jesus. Every once in a while, I just see a game on here that makes me feel like I'm aging rapidly. Because the one that I see are, Webkinz games. So, Webkinz is a bit of a weird case. Webkinz was essentially, it was Neopets, but not really. Very similar, like, very similar concepts. The trade-off with Webkinz was that, instead of making a virtual pet and sort of caring for it, you would have a stuffed animal. And it was cute. But the reason why I make the Neopets comparison, besides the obvious, is that Webkinz also had a wide selection of bootleg versions of Flash games that were, well, they were Webkinz games. I might play a few of them at some point, because I'm willing to bet they're all on Flashpoint. What else we got? There's some mini-clip games in here. Rest in peace, mini-clip. Oh, that's significantly stronger than it is in Cosmic Bugs, damn. God, this is the dinkiest, this is the dinkiest way to tell if you're in both. There's a little, like, a barely visible shining effect. Oops. What else we got? We got GarageBand, more mini-clip games. God, Jetpack Joyride. I've come to appreciate Jetpack Joyride a lot more, because it is, like, as far as mobile games that are designed to take your money, it is decently honest with it. A lot of the stuff that they put in are just like, yeah, like, this is designed to be a mobile game mechanic. They at least tried decently hard to make it interesting. Also, Supercell has a weird amount of influence. I guess it's just because of how stupidly popular their games have ended up becoming between Jetpack Joyride, Clash Royale, or wait, this is Half Brick, wrong company. Wrong company. Half Brick is Fruit Ninja. But they also, Half Brick is also, has a weird amount of like, respect. God damn it. Stop doing that. There's Bookworm. Bookworm before the incident that led to everything Bookworm getting taken off the App Store and all other storefronts. The Letterquest Grimm's Journey incident. It's Galaga. Oh, this is an amazing one. I doubt you can even find footage of it online anymore, because it hasn't been supported for years, but there's this one called Galaga 30th Anniversary Collection, that was just a big combination of a bunch of different Galaga games. It was just every single Galaga game. It was Galaxian, Galaga, Gapless, and Gapla. What is the last one? It's like Galaga 88, 87. I think it's Galaga 87. And they're all great. They're all really good. And it was very like high energy remakes of a lot of the games, and they had microtransactions, but the microtransactions weren't that intrusive. But it just stopped being supported after a while. And after a certain point, I tried to re-download it, all the images are broken. I tried to re-download it again, and it had been taken off the App Store. What else we got? There's Where's My Water? I always thought that was weird that was a Disney game. It's like how Duck Game is an Adult Swim game. It's like, yeah, that's cool, but I don't really like. Maybe they got funding from Disney or something. God, there's so many. I'm curious about the bomb. God, that's another one. I doubt anyone remembers this, but there was a sort of like a Steam Remote Play-esque gimmick that they were trying to do on Nitrom for a while. It was Nitrom Touchy. So how it would work is you would I think if I remember correctly, you'd be playing the game on browser, and you would load up Nitrom Touchy, link your phone to the computer, and then you'd be able to use your phone as a controller. It was an interesting concept, but I mean, I don't know why you would ever use it, to be frank. What else we got? More Angry Birds, Doodle God. Get 'em, boys. God, I found 2 different Katamari games in here, and both of them sucked. Also, speaking of things that sucked, the Swinging Monkey is the only thing that's like a decent power-up. Everything else has been like slightly better or slightly worse than the regular power-ups from the previous Bugs games. But I see 2 different Katamari games in here. I see I Love Katamari and Katamari Amore, and both of them were pretty bad. They had the, what's the best way to describe it? There was sort of a plague of Japanese game developers around this time. Big developers, mind you, not like, well, I mean, not small developers like Nintendo, hardy har. But, big, like, developers that used to do arcade game stuff, so Konami, Bandai Namco. There was this sort of push for the mobile game market at the time. Thinking like, yeah, the mobile games are gonna be the next big thing. Infinite growth, infinite growth. It's the Battle Pass problem that we're having now, but Same exact problem, almost the same exact people. Of like, well, our shareholders want us to have growth of some capacity, and this, on paper, promises very high amounts of growth, if we can do it right. Spoilers, they did not do it right. Instead, you ended up with a basically fine port of Katamari that had DLC for extra areas, which, you know, just what I wanted in my Katamari. I actually see, I see a PopCap game here, weirdly enough, and not the one that you're thinking of. During the I think I mentioned this in the Gyromancer video when I was looking at the movie games. That was stupid of me. There was a sort of like transitionary point in time before EA fully acquired the assets of PopCap, where they were kind of just like, they were sort of an umbrella company and they did whatever second banana work. So there are a bunch of Hasbro games that were under the PopCap umbrella that I think, like, yeah, they're just technically developed by PopCap and published by PopCap, even though it may as well have been made by EA. Because Hasbro and EA have had a working relationship for a while. Oh. Oh god, Roblox. Fucking hell. I say this every time I bring up Roblox, but it really is true that the old world of Roblox is just gone. It's been cast off into the ether and replaced by something far more sinister, unfortunately. So rare that I can get both. There we go. That's a little strong. I see some bootleg games in here. I see Temple Run 2, of course. Plants vs. Zombies 2, which, you know, unfortunate. Unfortunate that happened. Also unfortunate that Plants vs. Zombies 3 is apparently really bad, if I've heard correctly. And maybe that changes with future updates, but right now, from what I've seen about it, I found like a long play of someone playing all the way through the levels that are in the game right now, and it just looks so miserable. You know, I'm not gonna ask why I keep unlocking the zapper over and over. Maybe there's some special magic to it. Oh, good lord. You wanna talk flash in the pan. Flappy Bird, oh my god. Because to those of you that don't remember the full story with Flappy Bird, I remember it pretty distinctly just because of how ridiculous everything was. So, Flappy Bird was, I mean, the first part's obvious. It was an extremely well-known endless game. You would just tap, there would be pipes, and you go through the pipes. And after a good amount of time in the App Store and a ridiculous amount of popularity, it was removed from the App Store after a DMCA takedown request from Nintendo. Now you might wonder why, and the answer actually isn't the pipes. I think the pipes were heavily based on the pipe models from Super Mario Bros. That wasn't the problem. The problem was... God, the Philly hits. Just got stun locked for a second by the freaking Philly hit sound effects. I got stunned just as much as the enemies. That was amazing. But, the issue was not the fact that it would use sprites that were heavily based on the pipes. The issue was, after a certain point, there would be piranha plants that would appear. And if you made it all the way to the end, it's either 99 or 999, I don't remember which off the top of my head. Mario would appear and he would kill you. There would be like Fire Mario at the very end and he would shoot fireballs at you and kill you. So as you might guess, Nintendo didn't like that. I feel like that could genuinely be kind of a fun job, working as Nintendo's legal advisor for stuff like that. Because imagine the sheer, like, obviously, bad part of that job would be having to take down large fan projects that have a shit ton of effort put into them. The Pokemon Uraniums of the world. That would not be a very glamorous job at that point, but the sheer amount of garbage that people make to capitalize on the success of Nintendo and Mario and all that. I've always had a kind of a strange fascination with bootleg content, and that would be kind of an amazing job for just finding, you just like go to like a Malaysian storefront or something. Just like go to some website that's hosted in like Southeast Asia or something. And you just look and there's all this amazing bootleg content. And I mean part of the reason why it would be funny is that what the heck is Nintendo gonna do about that? It's extraterritorial. As long as it's outside of Japan and the United States, they can't really do much besides angrily shake their fist. Or outside of Japan, the United States, I assume Europe as well. But outside of those places, it's copyright law is weird like that. And I happen to think that the Digital Millennium Copyright Act and copyright law in general needs kind of a facelift because it's really awkward and very easily abusable in certain respects. But I give it a pass. I give it a pass with regards to bootleg stuff, I suppose. How did I not get hit there? Anyway, let's see what else. I already see another game that reminds me of the old days. Maybe not the good old days, because this was still middle school, shit. 2048. If I remember correctly, 2016 was 8th grade for me. I gotta run the numbers and see when I left middle school. It was either 2015 or 2016. I believe it was 2016. Okay. 2048. That's a freaking classic, oh my god. Another one that I'm kind of surprised the creator of that one didn't go full, just put on their shark jumping, just put on their shark jumping jumpsuit and make as much 2048 related content as they possibly could, because they definitely could have. Another one that I see here that is... Okay. Another one that I see here that is another just amazing... I could go so far as to just call it a gag game. Is fucking Dumb Ways to Die. So, I actually forget the full story with this. Okay, that makes more sense. So, Dumb Ways to Die, to those of you that completely forgot about this game, there was... I suppose I should be talking more about the animation than the game here. It was... Dumb Ways to Die was a super well-known animation on YouTube that was published by the Melbourne... I forget the name offhand. Yeah, the Metro Trains Melbourne. So they're just like a... I think it was a government-sponsored thing, where it's just like the... It was just like a public safety announcement, don't do dumb shit around trains. But it was just a compilation of very silly... It was just like cartoon characters getting maimed in very silly and funny ways. Eventually ending with the dumbest way to die, which is getting hit by a train. And you know what? It was a damn good public service announcement. I do genuinely respect that. They did good work with it. Let's see. God, Geometry Dash. Frankly, Geometry Dash has aged extremely well, and that's not even considering that the 2.2 update came out very recently. But like, even if it hadn't, that game has aged like a fine wine. The game just crashed. Uh-oh. What did I do? What did I do? Wait. What do you mean? What do you mean? Let me relaunch the game. No! What do you mean? The game is bricked, I think. Hang on. Let me hide the window capture, maybe? See if that helps? Please? No. I think the game is bricked. That's so funny. You're fucking joking. So I don't know what I did. I think I threw a bomb at too many enemies, but the game is permanently broken, I think. Yep, it's broken. Awesome. I guess that's all I got for now. What a way to end it. I was only like halfway through the list of mobile games. I was just gonna keep scrolling and keep blabbing. I guess not. That's all I got for now, though. Thanks so much for watching.